Mr. Chenier, as a political newcomer, San Francisco voters might not be very familiar with you. So first of all, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself, like who you are, where you're from, and your legal background?
In terms of me being a newcomer, I would somewhat disagree with that. First of all, I'm a native of San Francisco. I went to school at St. Michael's Grammar School. I then went to St. Ignatius College Prep. I graduated from there, went to USF. I ultimately graduated from University of Santa Clara Law School. And after law school, of course, there was a big recession and there were no jobs. So I went down to Los Angeles to learn the craft. And I ended up staying there for a long time. My background legal background is as diverse as it can get. I've been doing everything from A to Z. The only thing I don't do that I can think of is I don't do antitrust. I don't do maritime. I don't do computer type law because I don't know it. I would be considered a generalist, but I have extensive legal experience enough to do this job without question. I'm familiar with the crime here extensively because I became involved in the shenanigans that were going on in 2004 and 2005. In 2004, one of my friends was killed here in the city, and I was trying to get justice for him. And then less than a year later, my nephew was murdered here. So I had made plans back then to get involved in politics. I wasn't aware of exactly what the financial commitment would be, so I was trying to finance it myself at that time. And I entered the race ultimately, but I had to drop out because I didn't have the money. Fast forward to now, I've been here for the last 4 years, and it looks like for the foreseeable future I'll be here for a while. So I'm not a newcomer, and I am a San Franciscan through and through.
We had a very high-profile recall election this year. So did you support or oppose the recall of Chesa? How did you rate his job performance?
I read up about him, and he had a very interesting profile because apparently his parents were in the Weather Underground. Once I started reading up on it, I thought he did really well to come from where he came from to the district attorney's office. Now, what I did see, and as far as I'm concerned, I didn't see any change in the state of the city from how it was in 2008, 2009. Some of it got worse. There's a lot of homelessness, but I don't know if that's a product of the DA's office or not. I mean, I think that that's the times, but I didn't evaluate his performance.
Did you weigh in and did you vote in this recall?
I did.
Mm-hmm. Did you support it or oppose it? Or you?
Well, no, I would never discuss my vote. Let me say something to everyone. My voting history is, and everyone should know this, your voting history is absolutely confidential. It's like the attorney-client privilege. Mm-hmm. I can tell you in general, I vote for conservative measures, especially with respect to crime. That's all I can tell you.
So there are 4 candidates in this race. Who do you think it might be the most pro-law and order, tougher on crime, pro-police candidate?
Well, I think I'm the most pro-police candidate there is. You can tell the police, I hope they look at this, I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm gonna have an open door policy. If you wanna come in, and believe me, if I think you can, and I wanna point out that the beyond a reasonable doubt does not mean no doubt. And everybody has a misunderstood concept. So what does it mean? It means something between 50 and 100%. All right, now we have electronic witnesses and everything else now. So I think you can get evidence much better now. I will work with the police. I will work directly with them.